Hi everyone, welcome to the lesson. I have an easy activity for you to deal with. Please read it and then stop the video to fill the table on your own. Okay, I'm sure all of you managed to find the operations we need. Let's start. We know that Sam's score is 3 more than Daniel's, which means Daniel's score should be increased by 3. Let's do the first game. We should add 3, which means 3 plus 3. In the second game, the score will be 5 plus 3. In the third one, the score will be 12 plus 3. In the fourth, 21 plus 3. In the fifth, 24 plus 3. What about last one? This n represents the amount of Daniel's score. So I should also add 3, which means n plus 3. I can easily find the Sam's score if I know the Daniel's. However, in the last one, I don't know the Daniel's score. It can be any number. But in the first one, I can easily calculate the score, which will be 6, or in the second one, which will be 8, or in the third one, which will be 15, and this one 24, and this one 27. I don't know what this is. Okay, here is a question for you. Stop the video, think on it as long as you need. Try to create your own solutions. Okay, what was the question? You're trying to write out a math problem that involves the length of a line. However, you don't know the length of the line. What can you do? How can you express the length of the line? Okay, one difficulty with math problems is that you can't get started if you're not given all the numbers for a problem. When you write out a problem, you often need to include unknown numbers, which means you have to use a letter or a symbol to stand in for an unknown number until you figure out what it is. You did this before in earlier grades, remember? By using different symbols such as an apple, a circle, a star, or a triangle, or an orange. For example, you can't work out the area of a rectangle unless you are given the width and the length. And that's what a variable does, and that's what this lesson is about. And I have a warm-up question. Mr. Harris has $7 more than Mr. Wilson. What extra information do you need to find out how much money Mr. Harris has? Okay, you need to know how much money Mr. Wilson has. In a problem, you are not told how much Mr. Wilson has, so it's an unknown amount. This means you need a variable to represent the amount of money Mr. Wilson has. Pick a variable that will be easy to remember. You can use any letter as a variable, but the most common variable is x. And then write a sentence like, let x represent the amount of money Mr. Wilson has. Let's write it. X represents the amount of money Mr. Wilson has. You can use any letter other than X. For example, you can use A, you can use B, C, or Y.